diesel's fired up, time to go dirt bike riding. Well, let's start at the beginning, shall we? Turn the fuel on and turn the choke on. This time, make sure it is actually on. And let's see how we do. Yeah, go, go, fire up, you can do it. Get, come on, please. Really? Did I forget again? One, two, three, go. There we go. All right, good. At this point in the ride, we didn't know it yet, but this was going to be a miserable day. Very wet snow, and I could barely ride. I guess it's good practice. Let's see if it makes for a good viewing. Note that Rich has already completely disappeared and I can't even get out of my own way. Just miles behind when it comes to riding in this stuff. I think it took me a while to figure out I got to keep my weight way back and just let the front dance around. Because my instinct when the front started to go away was to shut the gas, which just makes it go away even more. So even really this early in the ride, I was already totally frustrated. I started to lose my marbles eventually, and by eventually I mean in about 2 minutes. At some point, I think Rich actually doubled back because he assumed I must have ridden off the trail and knocked myself out or ended up in the lake or something. Very thoughtful. Actually, as it turns out, I just kept doing stuff like that. Here's Rich. He has, in fact, come back around to make sure I'm okay, which I am. Looking back on it, I don't know, maybe I just had way too much air in the tires. Not that it would have been good, even if the setup had been perfect. But, boy, it just seems like an awful lot of struggle. Mostly, I think, not having my weight in the right place. Too much weight on the front, and should have just let it surf a little bit more on the front end, I guess.
These are terrible conditions.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep going, or you just want to?
Oh yeah. No, definitely keep going. I think it'd be a good decision to turn around at this point.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No. There goes Rich clearing off, and for the life of me, I mean, I can't even imagine how he's doing that. Every time I get a little bit of speed, it just pulls me right off, left and right. I think I'll edit this video heavily, just so that it's mostly wipeouts and near wipeouts, because watching me roll around at 8 miles an hour, oh, it's just too painful. So coming up here is a pretty representative example. I start to get into it a little bit, and then as I start to go left, and the front just folds right over. Too much weight on it, I guess. For some strange reason, it was totally disorienting to pick up my bike in the snow. I don't know why it was different than on a regular day, but I would like stare at the bike and not know what to do or where to pull. I figured it out eventually. So there we go, over again. This time on the other side. But you can see really not, I don't know, not a lot of warning, or maybe you're always being warned. The front always slipping out one way or the other, and then eventually it just disappears. It was so tough for me. And you can see Rich, he's like 5 minutes down the road. Coming up here is particularly comical because I come to an uphill, and I honestly, I don't think I could be going any slower without falling over. And I hit this incline, and it's just unmitigated disaster. Guys, I'm so sorry. This is a horrible, horrible frustration. So early in the ride. Christ. At this point, I mean, I'm like totally demoralized. Literally just picking my bike up and moving it. It's bad. Rich made it. Yeah, I know I'm slow. I don't need a fucking sign. Rich is, I think, already back at the truck by now. Oh, no, wait, here he is. Check out the expression on his face. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. I don't know. I mean, it's not ideal conditions whatsoever.
No, it's good practice, I guess.
Yeah, for when we move to Alaska, we want to ride year round. I've been trying to be on the back tire, not on the handlebars.
Yep.
Trying. I'm not saying that I'm doing that.
But then what happens when the front starts to...
I just keep it going. It's like planing on a boat. Just kind of keep it above, and it'll still go. It just...
Yeah.
Because once it comes back down, it's when it really starts to wash.
So that advice was pretty different from what I had been doing, and I decided that it was probably good advice, because it's the opposite of what I had been doing. I tried it. It worked pretty well. I crashed several more times, but clearly keeping the weight back and just surfing that front wheel is the way to go. Now, it's not unusual for us to pull over and stop here and talk for a couple minutes. It is pretty unusual for Rich to already have gotten off his bike because he's been waiting for so long.
And then again, I become overconfident, and then it all comes crashing down when, you know, you're doing this.
Right. You can't tell if it's better to go fast or slow. It's bad. So I keep following Rich's advice, and it does help quite a bit. Just letting that front wiggle back and forth, and when you're really in doubt, actually open the gas. Don't close it. It seems to work pretty well, but as we'll see, it's not perfect. At least, not for me. Once you get on the side of the tire, it's smooth. Now when I got to the whoops I was having so much fun in last week, you can see it is really total failure. Going like 9 miles an hour, just rolling over every single one. But on the bright side, this is how I used to ride them in the dry, so I'm improving.
Yeah, I was only here literally 30 seconds, maybe 15 before you came around the corner. All right.
Shall we?
Yeah.
A short little downhill section, straight as an arrow, and I can barely keep it going. I guess you can see Rich up there. I mean, he's getting a couple of wiggles, but seems to be managing it a little bit better than I am. I guess I have to say that I guess I have to say I look forward to getting out there again and improving. it's incredibly frustrating. But I suppose that's only because I'm bad at it. When I get better, it'll be more fun. These whoops here, it's just humbling to watch. But I'll be out there again next time.
Yeah, I almost took a good one on that little whoop section.
Yeah, I chose the 5 miles an hour and then stop and go off the trail method.
It's definitely not enjoyable. It's like riding a mountain bike in this.
Yeah, exactly.
Me and my buddy tried that once.
Just pain.
Just once.
Yeah. Interesting, on this section coming up here, you can see my shadow on the snow. I'm like preparing for total disaster in the crouch, just waiting, trying to control the bike, hold it in with my legs, no weight on the bars, keep the weight back, open the gas when the front starts to go away. I mean, it's just really hard work, but fun to watch later.
Aiming for over there, but ended up over here.
Yeah, well, that's close. Look at that.
Yeah, conditions are not ideal anyways.
No.
Yeah, the trucks are that way. I mean, I'm not miserable by any means.
Yeah, I'm miserable, but in a good way. So this is the 35 mile an hour road back to the trucks, which I'm taking at about 12. Alright, that's the last wipeout I'm going to show. I can't take any more. The conditions in the parking lot you can see also abysmal. I don't care what anyone says, including the voice in my own head. I had fun. I think Rich did too, and we'll be out there next weekend. Stay tuned.